Yo guys, bam! Let's dive into the game. So in this video I will talk about the cross margin and the isolated margin, so you will be able to choose one of the two that you are going to be using. Now, the main difference is that the cross margin is 5x, right? It's not exactly 5x, but I'm going to talk this in a second. It's a little bit less. Actually, it can be even 2x, depend on the how much money you can put in, but I'll talk about all this in a moment. And the isolated is 10x, right? The isolated is 10x. There is no I mean, it's exactly 10x. There is no some other stuff, right, that it's not accurate. So first, I know I already told you that you will have to use to keep your account in BTC, right? But I still know that some of you guys might don't want to keep your account in Bitcoin, and you might still prefer to keep your account in USDT, and you will have this option. And for the one of you who choose this option, you will be trading in the cross margin, right? You will be trading in the cross margin. The one of you who will have the other option, basically to keep your account in BTC, which I advise you to do because the isolated margin have more coins, and I'll give you basically the list of coins that you are going to be trading. The cross margin have less coins and the margin is less. Now let me show you how basically what is the difference between the cross margin and the isolated. First, I'll show you this article that you can read if you like to get better understanding. I can go through it quickly. So basically the isolated margin is isolated position. Each position that you will, each pair is gonna be isolated, is the margin for it, and if it gets liquidated, it's only going to be this position, right? But with the cross margin, you are sharing the margin between all the trades, right? When you put here $1,000 that I can show you right now, or 500, you can basically the margin will be spread amongst all of this. But one thing, guys, that is about liquidation, I can make actually another video about it, but in reality you don't have to worry about liquidations if you always have a stop loss, and if you are risking always 1%, right? You don't have to worry about this. The only way for you to be liquidated is either if you don't have a stop loss, right, or if you don't set your stop loss properly and it doesn't get filled and there is a massive move, right? These are the only two ways. But in reality, in the way that I will teach you to trade, there is no chance to get liquidated, right? Unless again you does not set the stop loss properly. So I will show you how to set it properly, and you always have to make sure that you set the stop loss, right? You have to make sure, because if you don't set the stop loss, the account can be liquidated. It's just as simple as this. And the isolated margin, it's even easier to be liquidated because you will use a little bit higher margin, and it's going to be on a single position, right? But with the cross margin, the margin is spread through many, amongst many different positions that you are going to be in, different coins, so it's harder in reality to be liquidated if, for example, you missed one stop loss. But you always have to have the stop loss, guys. Now, in the cross margin, let me show you now. Let's transfer some funds from the spot wallet. In here, let's transfer $1,000, right, to see what can we do. First to the cross margin, and also let's transfer 1,000 to the isolated margin. In the isolated margin, the cross margin is basically you are transferring it in the wallet, right? And from this wallet you can borrow any coin, right? And then, or directly from the trading, basically where the trading page is, you can from there borrow any coin with these $1,000 that are here. In the isolated margin, however, I can duplicate this and open to have the isolated here, so you will get an idea, better one with the comparison. here you have to transfer the funds on a pair, right? So basically, if you want to trade BTC against USDT, you will have to transfer the amount here. And let me now, so you can either transfer BTC or USDT, right? Now this is the first thing that I'm going to be showing you. Okay, now we have $1,000 into this pair, because just like I told you, in the isolated margin the positions are isolated, right? In order to trade something you have to move funds there, you cannot just borrow it like this. Then let's see how much can we borrow with this 1,000. It will be 10,000, right? So basically in dollars we can borrow 9,000 more. So in total, plus the 1,000, we have $10,000 that we can operate with, right? Basically 10 times more into the isolated. Let's now see what can we do into the cross margin, right? So in the cross margin, it's going to be 5x, right? So basically we can, no, we don't need to transfer, we need to borrow, right? So we can borrow here 4,000. We can borrow a little bit more because I have some left. It's not exactly 1,000. We have here actually $1,042, right? So we can borrow up to 5,000. Let's say 5x, right? 5x. Now let's see how much Bitcoin we can borrow. We can borrow 0.36 BTC, right? So again, how much is 0.36 BTC? Now the BTC is 11,300. So 4,000 again. So basically we can again borrow up to 5,000. Now let me show you something else. When the margin wallet, it becomes tricky. In reality, you cannot, in the margin, in the cross margin anymore, I mean in the cross margin on Binance, you cannot borrow more than 1 BTC anymore, no matter how much money you put. And I'll show you this right now. Let's transfer some more money here. Let's transfer from the spot wallet this amount. Actually we have to transfer less because we already we have to transfer 10,000. Let's refresh the page because I have 2 pages, right? So let's refresh and see how much we can transfer. From spot to okay. So now we have 11k, right? But in reality, even if I put 20k here, I will still be able to borrow now no more than 0.99 BTC, right? And let's see how much we can borrow in USDT. 11,000, right? So you saw earlier we have 5x, right? With 1,000 we can borrow up to 5,000, basically 4 more thousand. So it's supposed to be the same, right? So now we have 10,000 here, 11,000 actually. We have to be able to borrow 44 more thousand, right? But look how much can we borrow. Bam, maximum is this. So when you put a bigger amount in your cross margin, it actually, the margin becomes 2x. And if you put more than 10 to 1,000, it's going to be even less than 2x, because no matter how much you put, you can borrow up to 1 BTC, right? So this is why, I mean, it wasn't like this before. Recently they changed it. Probably they wanted the people to start using the isolated, and this is what's happening. I'm starting now to using the isolated margin more, right? Because over there I can play with a bigger purchase amount, right? So this is what I wanted to show you. Right now you know that we are going to play. Now the other thing that I want to show you is because you guys know that we are going to trade BTC pairs, right? So you are going to start with small amounts, so you will be able to use the cross margin if you don't want to keep your account in BTC. Later on, when you grow your account, you will have to start keeping your account in BTC in order to use the isolated margin, because with the cross margin you will be limited to 2x, right? So Now let's dive into the isolated margin, right? Because this is what we are going to be using. When the why you have to keep your account in BTC, simply because when you are going to trade BTC pairs, you cannot put USD. Let's now look Cardano BTC, right? What can we transfer here in order to play this pair in the isolated margin? We can either put here BTC or Cardano, right? So this is why I'm telling you that you, with the isolated margin, you cannot use USDT unless you trade USDT pairs, but we are not doing this. We only trade BTC against USDT. So this is why you will have to keep your account in BTC, and in this isolated margin you will always put BTC, and this is how you can borrow Cardano to basically to short it, or borrow more BTC to long the Cardano, and this is how you will have purchase power that is, let's say, 5 to 8x of your amount, because you are not really going to enter with the 10x, right? Why? I will talk about this now as well. Now, I hope, guys, it's clear for you. It might be confusing, cross-isolated. I think I explained it very well, but if you still have some questions, again, you have unlimited you have unlimited support by me for the time of the mentorship program, so you can always ask me if you don't understand something, and I will explain it even more in depth, right? But I guess you already have an idea. Now, what I wanted to show you, what I wanted to explain you is that, for example, let's say that you are trading on $1,000 account, right? So in one trade you are risking $10. Okay, so let's say that you are very strict with your risk management, everything is perfect, right? Everything is going on plan. You are getting signal to enter Bitcoin against USDT. Okay, in the isolated margin you are going to do that as well. Okay, so your position size, let's say, is $100. How much are you going to transfer into the wallet to open this position if your position is $100? Now, the minimum that you have to transfer is $10, right? If you transfer $10, you can borrow 90 more and open the $100 position, right? The problem with this is that if your stop loss got hit, you might be liquidated, right? And to basically, but actually there is no really problem with this, because you are going to lose this $10 anyway, and your position will be liquidated, but anyway, right? Because this is just how it works. You are risking $10 on the trade. If your stop loss got hit, you will lose this $10, and you will lose the basically, because in the isolated margin the position is going to be liquidated. But actually there is no problem with this, so you guys don't have to worry at all about this. So you can definitely transfer $10 and trade with it, and if you lose the trade, you will lose this $10 anyway, or no matter how much your account is. If you are risking 1%, it's just you're gonna lose this $10, right? This is the minimum. But if you still want, you can transfer even higher than this, right? You can transfer $15 or something like this, and you will not be liquidated in this way, and your money will be back to the leftover. Basically, you will still lose this $10. So this is actually okay, and you don't have to worry about it at all. So I think this is going to be for this video. Later on I will show you how to open positions, close position, all this stuff, so you don't have to worry. Now I just wanted to give you an idea what is the difference between cross and isolated margin, and how you can use the one and the other one, and which one we are going to use, because we are going to use this one. And that's it basically, right? This is it for this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one again.